Hello everybody, this is Psalm 9110 again. I'm on video, or part 4 of the Signs of Christ's Return. This is continuation. I just got done with religious cults and was starting with the progress made towards world government. This is the book and verses, Daniel chapter 7 verse 23. The fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and it shall tread it down and break it to pieces. The Antichrist will be the leader of this one world government. A lot of people believe that the world government will be the European Union will be the start of this one world government. That is opinionated. I hope I said that word right. I kind of believe it is just the start of it. I don't believe it's actual, but I believe it's the start of it. I'm not 100% sure, but it just seems that way. And I have a video I'm going to make later on why I believe it's started that way, when I get under the research on it. Get my evidence up, because I don't want to make something and then have no evidence on it. And I've lost my train of thought. You'll have to excuse me. But the European Union will more than likely be it. I'm not sure. You also got these other people talking about the North American Union. There's talks about it. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos on it. I've heard and read about the Southeastern Asian Union, which is another thing. If you think about it, in the Bible, it talks about 10 kingdoms. There's the American Union, the European Union, the Southeastern Asian Union. More likely, it will be a Northeastern Asian Union. There'll probably be an African Union or something like that, but anyway, I'm not sure on that. I'm just saying what could be the possibilities. The world will be desperately seeking peace. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, and then sudden destruction come upon them, as travail upon woman with child, they shall not escape. People right now start screaming, "We want peace! We want peace!" They're not going to find it. There's always going to be something going on in the world, some kind of violence, and you always see people trying to stop the violence, trying to stop the wars. It ain't going to happen. I'm sorry. The only way that's going to happen is when Jesus comes back to rule the earth for a 1,000-year reign. That's before. I have to remember. I can't remember if that's before or after the judgment. I think it's before the judgment, the final judgment, because it says that the people after that time will hate God. But anyway, I have to go back and read that scripture to be sure. Unless it's in these notes. I haven't read these notes in a while, so. Global means of communication will exist. Revelations chapter 11, verse 9, and they of the people and kindred and tongues and a nation shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. That scripture, if you kind of think about it, talks about, all the nations, everybody around the world will see their dead bodies. It's talking about the witnesses. How can everybody see the dead bodies? Well, think about it. We got cameras now, and we got the media. The media can show something clear across the world. TBN has the world's largest outreach on Christian networking, where they can show videos of what's going on in TBN around the world. And if they can do it, think of, I mean, our media, I know for sure, news media and everything can do that. And this is actually the only generation I believe since World War II, the TV had, since the end of World War II, the TV and cameras have been able to do stuff like that. Israel will exist as a nation in the latter days. Israel's birth as a nation will have happened in one day. This was fulfilled in May 14th, 1948, as seen in Isaiah 66, verse 8. Who hath heard such a thing? Who hath seen such a thing? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day, or shall a nation be born at once? Israel will be present, be in possession of Jerusalem, has been since 1967. This happened as a result of the Six-Day War in 1967. The capture of Jerusalem was critical from a prophetic standpoint, as the Antichrist will someday enter a rebuilt holy temple that will be standing in Jerusalem at the midpoint of the tribulation period, where he will declare himself to be God. This event refers by most as the abomination of desolation in documents in Daniel 9:27 and Matthew 24:15. I have no idea why I did not put those scriptures up, what to say, but I must have had a good point for it. I guess to make y'all read it. You know, a lot of people say they have. Statistics say that almost every household has got some Bible in it. I got a Bible, at least one Bible in it, because people try to prove it wrong and stuff. But if you don't, look those scriptures up. There's websites to where you can look those up. I'm not sure. But on these videos, I might put that one up, especially on this one, to a link to a website where you can look that scripture up and read it for yourself. Israel will be surrounded on every side by enemies. Look at my time again, I'm sorry. Psalms 83, verse 4, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. We got Syria, Lebanon, Egypt, all the Islamic nations. They don't want Israel to be a nation anymore. They want to destroy Israel. They want to wipe them out completely and don't even let anybody other than name Israel. Especially on a lot of videos I've seen. The possession of Jerusalem will be the source of international conflict. Is this happening today? Yes. You always hear about the Islamic states. They always say, we want Jerusalem. We want Jerusalem. I mean, and the Israelites are like, no, we're not going to give you Jerusalem. It's ours. As it's already been, I mean, you see it in the media all the time. We want Jerusalem. No. This is a verse for this is Zechariah 12, verse 3. And in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people. Excuse me. All that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces, though all the people of the earth be gathered together against it. Also, you got Jerusalem split in half, I think, maybe quarters or something like that, because you got the Christians that's in Jerusalem, you got the Israelites in Jerusalem, you got some of the Muslims in Jerusalem. They're all in that city, but they stay away from each other's side, I guess, except for the Christians and Jews. They kind of coincide with each other, but the Muslims stays away from everyone because they're infidels, they say, which means unbeliever, and I'm out of time.